What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me, my people. The wait is over, the patience has prevailed, and we are at that time of year again. Yes, women's college basketball is back officially, and we got a hell of a slate to look forward to on the hardwood. I mean, we have a top 10 matchup in Paris in France. We got the defending NCAA champions tipping off. And then on top of that, we got the debut of the number one prospect in the 2023 class, the top freshman in the nation, tipping off as well with her new squad. Hey, I don't even have to say no more. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. And join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now back to business. Let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So the first matchup I'm looking at right now, I know it's a lot of South Carolina fans that have been craving more South Carolina women's content. Wait no further. I got you. So the Gamecocks tipping off in Paris in France, making history. Two black female head coaches who happen to be two of the best in the game, leading two top 10 programs in the fashion capital of the world. It's obviously bigger than basketball right now.
It's bigger than basketball. We get a chance to go across the pond. We get a chance to play in a historical first NCAA women's basketball matchup. My son just played last year in Paris. We get a chance to play this year, playing Dawn Staley, but we also get a chance to impact the community there. The Citibank game being the first in the NBC and having another matchup this year in DC. I think those are just such incredible experiences for the players, and that's what kind of thing I recruit and I say that you're not just part of just a basketball piece. You're going to learn a lot about life and culture, different cultures, and I think that's what makes Notre Dame so unique and special. So I'm fortunate that we have the resources that can allow us to do those type of things, and I'm really grateful that we got a chance to be a part of those historical events.
Coach Dawn Staley, Coach Niele Ivey, leading two of the top programs respectfully, number 6 ranked Gamecocks, number 10th ranked Irish in the nation, two of the best programs respectfully in the country and honestly historically in the women's game. Look, straight up, the Gamecocks got to get a monkey off their back. They've lost the last 3 matchups with the Fighting Irish. Will it continue? I understand that the freshies are gone and there are going to be some new faces that are going to be helping to anchor the ship for this talented, deep South Carolina team, but there will be a familiar face leading the charge, and that's Camila Cardoso, one of the best posts in the nation, one of the best players overall, reigning 6th Woman of the Year, and she's coming off a gold medal, giving Team USA work. On top of that, put up 18 points on LSU last season in a blowout win, and I'm just saying the size, the athleticism, the mobility, man, she is going to dominate women's college basketball this year. And I think she is a strong front runner for the NCAA Nate Smith Women's Player of the Year award. I'm just going out there now. Then you also return Raven Johnson, who's ready to take over the reins at the starting point guard position. One of the top recruits coming into college when she left high school, when she graduated. And we're talking about someone who's been working on her game, who's probably got a sour taste in her mouth about how last year ended. On that other side, we talked about some new faces. Now, they struggled with shooting from deep last year. Iowa exposed that. So Coach Staley hit the transfer portal and got Tiana Pow out of Oregon. Her and Johnson should make a really good backcourt. On top of that, you got Ashley Watkins, who could be playing the 3. I think she's going to be one of the most athletic players in the nation. And just a tough matchup every night. Also, don't sleep on Bree Hall. I think she could be a breakout candidate for this group as well. She's another veteran who's waited her turn. And, hey, she seems like she's ready to get out there and do her thing. The recruitment process was really good to South Carolina. I think one freshman who can make an instant impact, Malaysia Fulwiley, the number 13th ranked recruit in 2023. She is a walking bucket, has one of the deepest bags that I've seen from a freshman in a while. I'm talking about she shoots it, she's lightning quick, and she can facilitate. Also a tenacious defender. You also have McDonald's All-American Tessa Johnson, who's another skill guard. Chloe Kitts, who's coming off a gold medal as well. Sonia Ja, also adding depth and versatility. So we're talking about a pretty deep squad here. I'm just saying. They're number 6. I don't believe there are 5 teams better than South Carolina. There's not really any glaring weaknesses other than the experience. They have some experience, but they will be counting on a lot of players to take that next step. And, hey, Coach Don Staley's going to get the best out of them. We know that. Year after year, we've seen it. On the other side, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Coach Ivey has them back in the national spotlight after a little downturn. They're back, though. And unfortunately, Olivia Miles, AP All-American, you know what I'm saying, a National Player of the Year watch list type player. They go as she goes. She injured her knee in the ACC tournament last year, and she is not fully back yet, so she will not be playing in this game, unfortunately. Junior guard Sonia Citron will have to take over those point guard duties like she did last year during the 2023 NCAA tournament after Miles went down with the injury. Now, she has been efficient scoring that rock. She's averaging 14 points a game and 5 rebounds from last season. And, you know what I'm saying, she's not the playmaker that Miles is, but she did average 3.8 assists in the NCAA and ACC tournaments last season. They're going to count on that veteran leadership. Also, sophomore guard KK Bransford burst onto the scene, was on the All-ACC freshman team, and she's going to have to play big as well. I think that the Irish will have to play fast like they do. They're going to have some problems trying to compete with Cardoso on the board, Chloe Kitts and those guys on the boards. They don't have the size to match up with South Carolina, but they need to play with speed. Also, Cassandra Prosper, the early enrollee, going to have to make some shots for this squad as well. But I'm excited to see the number 5 overall prospect, freshman Hannah Hidalgo, who could be the X factor in this game, in my opinion. She is one of the most highly anticipated freshmen in this 2023 class, and she is just a winner, man. She won MVP of the McDonald's All-American game, scoring 26 points. She also led Team USA to a gold medal in the 2023 FIBA U19 World Cup. She's already excelling at the college level. Had a big game against Purdue Northwestern in the Fighting Irish's debut, preseason, I should say, not debut, preseason, where she had 23 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 5 steals. No turnovers, and she shot 8 of 9 from the floor. This could be a coming out party for her. And, hey, I'm just saying she looks like the real deal. And I'm assuming she's going to be in the starting lineup. Like, come on. Like, she's going to be in that starting lineup. And I think that if she can come out, make plays, they got another ball handler, a capable playmaker, capable scorer. Hey, she could be a household name after one game. This one could put her on the map. I'm just saying. I got South Carolina winning that game, though. I think Cardoso is too much in the paint for the Irish. I just don't see them being able to stop her. I think Raven Johnson has a huge game. It's going to be a revenge tour for her. I just don't think that they can overcome the size of South Carolina along with the absence of Olivia Miles. But I'm still expecting a great game. And, hey, they doing it for the culture. We love that. Juju Watkins, I'm excited for your debut, but the number 20 Trojans have a tall hill to climb facing the number 7 Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, Juju is a special talent. I'm saying she was the only freshman named to the Nate Smith watch list. They're looking at her as a player of the year from day one. She's going to have the ball in her hands, and they're going to go as she goes. Now, USC has to replace a lot of production. They've brought in some talent. They returned a little talent as well. They're a defensive team, but they've added a straight bucket getter from every level. I mean, when you think of those great elite guards that have come through the college game in recent years, Watkins is in that conversation. Just able to do it all: size, strength, mobility, speed, athletic, deep bag, fundamentally sound, high intangibles. Like, there's nothing that Watkins can't do out of Sierra Canyon. And she decided to stay at the crib. She will be leading USC, and she should have the ball in her hands immediately, making plays, looking to set up her teammates. Now, USC, we mentioned, lost a lot from last year. They lost 2 players to the WNBA draft, right? Known for their defense, the Trojans did go get some three-point shooting, though, from the Ivy League. They went and snagged Mackenzie Forbes out of Harvard and Kayla Padilla out of Penn to come in and retool some of that perimeter firepower. Now, you got 2 snipers who should open up the lane for Juju Watkins and provide her room to facilitate and attack the cup. So I like what they're building around her. You also have Raya Marshall, who is one of the nation's best defensive centers, only a sophomore. These two, her and Watkins, are the foundation on both ends for this group, but they will rely on her to protect that paint, and she will have a tall task, as well as Watkins, because Ohio State is the real deal. You talk about them bringing in Celeste Taylor, the reigning ACC Defensive Player of the Year, and was in the running for the National Player of the Year. You also have a healthy J.C. Sheldon. That spells a long night for Juju Watkins, and this is a throw her in the fire type of moment. Sink or swim, see what the young freshman can do against some proven guards, veteran guards, and WNBA talent straight up. Sheldon was first team All Big Ten in 2021, and she missed majority of the season. So she's back, a big scoring boost for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And then, like we said, they bring in Celeste Taylor, reigning ACC Defensive Player of the Year, finalist for Nate Smith Defensive Player of the Year. The Buckeyes come into the season feeling great. They just had their best season in 30 years. Coach Kevin McGriff has this squad rolling. They beat UConn last year in the Sweet 16. They have 10 players, a very veteran group. They have 10 players returning. 7 of their top scorers come back from last season's team. Sophomore forward Cody McMahon burst on the scene last year as the top first-year player in the Big Ten. They also bring back 3 other double-digit scorers, man. So it's going to be a long night for USC. I don't foresee this game being all that close, but I am excited to see the debut of Juju Watkins. Should be exciting, man, and it's a tough test. Now, the defending champions, those LSU Bayou Bengals, going to Vegas, baby, to take on the Colorado Buffs. Now, look, LSU, it's no secret what they did in the transfer portal, right? It's no secret the recruiting class they just brought in. It's no secret the talent they just brought back. Safe to say they are loaded. We just saw them blow out Loyola, and the balance is crazy. I mean, in the front court, obviously you return Angel Reese, and in the backcourt, return the big returner, Flau'jae Johnson, who might be the most important player on this team as far as her taking that next step forward to be a facilitator. But you got those two. You got Michaela Williams, the number 2 recruit in the nation, already making plays. You got Haley Van Lith, who is just a total game changer for this group, someone who can close out teams and take the big shots. You add that, she's already looked great at LSU, fitting right in. Like I said, you know, showing her playmaking capability. We know she's a walking bucket, but on that end, you know, she's looked great as well. I mean, I don't know if there's a front court or a back court touching this team right now. Just the sheer depth of this team, man. Then you got Del Rosario as well. Like, I mean, this team is just ridiculous. They might be 10 deep. No BS. There's no drop off with this group right now. And it's just it's championship or bust right now. They are the hunted. Everybody's looking at LSU right now. And they are absolutely loaded. There's no other way to say it. Must see TV. These new pieces look like they have been a part of the team for the last 2 years. I mean, I don't know if it's Kim Mulkey, her system, just, meshing players in and just getting the best out of all their talent, but they have looked elite already. I mean, downright scary. They have capable guards. They have capable playmakers. They have shooting. They have size, cleaning up the glass. Michaela Williams just dropped 20 points in their last game. Alea Del Rosario has 16 and 9. Flage had 15, 3 and 2. Haley Van Lift 13, but the 5 assists is what really stands out. You talk about just a balanced group effort, man. So much firepower, and it's scary to see how much of an impact instantly that these newcomers are making. I mean, they put up 121 points, 121 to 36. Are you kidding me? I mean, this group is ridiculous. Come on. I think this game is, I don't think it's going to be a super close. I don't think it's going to be a super close game. And that's no disrespect to Colorado, because they bring back some talent of their own as well. And I also want to note the last time Colorado did play against the number one team in the nation, they did win. It was against number one Stanford back in January 17, 2021. So they've been here before. They also lost to Iowa last season. So, some familiar opponents here. They returned 88% of their scoring, 8 players back from that Sweet 16 team. All-conference guard Jalen Sherrod is not going out without a fight. Bucket getter, tough, scrappy. The heart and soul of this group, been around for a few years. The veteran. Then on the other side of the 1-2 punch, you got Quay Miller, 6'3", big, physical, skilled, who should be a great test for this LSU front court getting things started. Now, Colorado's scrappy. They're going to fight, and they're a physical group. But I just think LSU has too much firepower. And when you got Michaela Williams, Angel Del Rosario already contributing big stats, big minutes. I mean, they didn't even need Angel Reese. And it's just really spooky in LSU. There's only a handful of teams that is going to be able to keep pace with what this team can do. Now, I want to see what they're going to do on the defensive end, because Colorado's definitely not Loyola. Now, this is a cool game. We also know Shalomi Sanders. Maybe she'll get some burn. The shooter, Dion's daughter, so it'll be interesting. The star power's there. The storylines are there, and they're playing in Vegas. So it'll be fun to watch, but a hell of a slate kicking off for week 1 of women's college basketball season. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. Let me know who takes these games, who y'all got winning, who's going to be the national championship title winners this year, who's going to be in the game, who's going to be in the Final Four. Y'all let me know who are the teams we need to be watching, who do I need to be talking about, what players, what coaches. Holler at your boy, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, we out.